sisters, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, they celebrated their granddaughter's birthday, and they're used to dressing up, getting in costume for, the movies that they're in and this kind of thing. But she wanted a princess kind of themed birthday party, so they dressed up as Prince Charming and Cinderella.
Love that.
I do too. And she, the 4-year-old granddaughter, also had almost like a Cinderella dress herself. So everybody at the party was just decked out in these costumes.
That is the coolest thing. I love that they did that for their granddaughter.
I do too. I bet they even had like the pumpkin carriage and, the whole thing.
How you just go all out for your kids. What was it I saw that you did, Scott? Scott does our news. What was it you did, Scott, for your son?
Yeah, this was a few years ago for his 4th birthday, and we wanted to do something outside, so we had a few of his friends over. My wife saw this idea online, probably Pinterest, for boxcar racers. So you take an old box and you paint it up, stripes, put racing numbers on it, and the fun thing, you take paper plates, paint them black for the tires, and then you add straps to them. So you've got all these 4-year-olds, with boxcars running around the yard, having races. We even made a finish line for them.
No,
you
really did
fun.
Not. Oh, how cool.
That is
it was
so
great.
Cool. We did one for my son. His birthday, by the way, is this Saturday. But a couple years ago, we did the outdoor blow-up theater, and we played one of the big college football games on this movie screen. And we had s'mores, and we had, it was a lot of fun.
You know what we did?
What'd you do?
We got a cake. Put candles on it.
That's the way we roll.
Sang happy birthday.
Kids.
Said, blow out the candles, kids.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
After hearing Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn dressed up like Prince Charming and what? Cinderella for their granddaughter for a birthday theme, we thought that's pretty cool. It's Rob and Lizz, his radio. And so we're starting to hear from texts 800-447-7234 of parents that just went overboard to help their kids out for something.
Oh, yeah, to congratulate them. Wanda, she said, graduation gift, we sent our daughter, to the Bahamas.
What?
On a cruise.
What?
For graduation.
Wanda.
Adopt me.
Wow. I'd like to go somewhere.
Right?
Please? That's cool. We heard from Melissa with a text, slept outside GameStop to get an Xbox for their son. The husband did this. Dad did this. And a couple of weeks later, went to a Walmart to get a PS5 for the other son and scored both. No regrets. What a cool dad.
When the kids want it. All right, Pam said, we sent ours to Hawaii.
What?
For a 16th birthday.
2 trips? A Bahamas for one, and then Pam does the Hawaii for 16th.
I can't remember. I think I went to a steakhouse for my 16th. I don't even know. I'm not sure what happened.
I won't tell you about mine because I was in the streets at that point. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a downer. But, okay, Ninja's dad did something cool for her. How old were you at this point? Like a teenager?
I was probably like 7.
Oh, a little
8.
younger. Okay.
I was little. And I loved Lilo and Stitch. It was right when the movie came out. I still love Lilo and Stitch. And so my birthday was Lilo and Stitch themed. And since the movie just came out, like all the toys were at McDonald's and the stores, all those places. And we searched everywhere and couldn't find a little Stitch to put on the cake.
Oh, no.
And my dad searched, McDonald's, the stores, all the places that would have little toys, and finally found a Stitch to put on the cake.
What a dad.
He just went above and beyond to find his baby girl a little Stitch.
Can he write a book that I could read? I need tips from your dad.
How to be a great dad.
Right?
By Ninja's dad.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
I looked. Oh, mine needs help.
I was about to look at mine.
Oh, that's horrific. Scott, take a look at yours, would you? Your driver's license? Just get out your driver's license, Scott. Look at it.
Yeah.
Tell me
It's
about
not
the
a pretty
picture.
thing. It's not a pretty sight.
What'd you do? Was there a smile?
Well, I was looking up. I looked up like, where's the camera that they're going to flash?
No,
and
you
so
did
my
not.
picture is me like looking up, into the heavens at something. It's crazy.
It's like the Forrest Gump picture where he's like...
Up there? That's you?
That is awesome. Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. So there's this one person that posted, here's how you do your makeup to have the perfect driver's license picture ever.
I took a look at this thing.
Yeah, and?
There's a lot to it.
What do you mean?
Well, there's plucking of the eyebrows. There's highlighting under the eyebrows. There's different foundation and base and primers. There's contouring. Now, not to say I don't contour, because
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
This is a foreign language.
okay, so contouring is almost like creating a shadow. And so in pictures and in video, certain parts of your face don't show up as much.
Oh, I need contour on my jowls right underneath my ears.
I always do from the ear kind of diagonally down toward the mouth.
I want the
is
chiseled
where,
chin again.
Exactly. Well, that's where you would contour like up under where the, this stuff.
Yeah, I shake my head and my skin hits me in the eye.
So that's what she's doing through this whole thing, but it's like,
She's contouring?
yes, and then she puts just a dab of glitter, and then she does this, and she
All for a
puts,
driver's license picture? That's a bit much.
but I'm gonna tell you, girl's driver's license looks good.
Oh,
like,
I'm
it looks
sure it does.
nice.
She's walking around showing everybody her driver's license picture. Hey, look at my driver's license picture.
Like I don't know, 2 or 3 times ago when I had to have it redone, I had a migraine. I looked awful.
Scott has a daughter. How old's your daughter, Scott?
16.
What's the picture look
She
like?
started driving too.
Yeah, and the
So-
pic? What's it look?
Yeah.
And?
Well, she was so, focused on it. It's like, this is a good picture. It's a great picture. And she, obviously picking out the flaws.
Yeah.
But there were no flaws.
Did she do the
It was a great
chisel?
picture.
What did you call it? Chisel?
Contouring.
The contouring. Did she do the contouring?
I don't know.
The
I know I
glittering?
need the
No, you-
Contour, Pro Tour, every tour on mine.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are onto this.
Oh, yeah.
So there's an advertisement, and it goes on to say, if you love dogs, but you really don't want to have the commitment of a dog, but your family is asking, maybe you try this dog out. My mom, because it's written from the point of view of the dog, my mom is happy to share me with you on the weekends or maybe the afternoon in exchange for looking after me while she's traveling.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. So
Can I?
you go ahead. What is this person doing in this
They need a
advertisement?
dog sitter.
They need a
Come
dog
on.
sitter.
And they're trying to get a dog sitter for free.
Okay, it does not bother me at all. I think
Need
it's,
an alternative family.
but I think it's ingenious the way they're going about it to say, look, you can try out the dog. Maybe your kids have been begging you for a puppy.
Right.
And this is a way to kind of try it out and see if they're going to be responsible and they're going to feed it and they're going to walk it and they're going to
Might
give
as well
it water.
say, would you like a part-time house?
Kind of. Because there's kind of saying part-time puppy.
You can stay here 2 weeks at a time while I travel, and you'll have a puppy that go along with it.
Look, I'm thinking about it. The next time we go on vacation,
Oh,
I'm
come
thinking
on.
if we go on a vacation,
You're going to put
that-
out an ad for an alternative family.
I might to
Yeah.
my friends say, if you would like to have a part-time puppy.
Well, that's to your friends. Your friends will help you out.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in just, like a personal
Indeed.
ad or Indeed or something like
Put it on
that.
the job board.
Jobs.com or whatever, yeah.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
Yeah, Aaron Judge with Yankees. He last week hit 61 home runs in the season, and now just last night, 62 home runs, more than anybody else. So it's very, very cool.
He's got a remarkable story, though.
He has a remarkable story. So he was adopted at birth along with his older brother by, man and woman, brought him into the home. And this is a huge guy. He is 6'7". He weighs 283 pounds. Is a big boy. So when they brought him into the family, they had to get some more groceries. Let me tell you that. Yeah,
Fill up that pantry.
Right? But he has such an incredible story of he learned that he was adopted a little later. He was about 10 years old when he learned. And he's such a good role model. His adoptive parents I'm just going to say his parents have brought him up in the church with the Bible, with the scripture, and he really lives his life by 2 Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith, not sight. He puts that on his social media. He talks about his love of God and how he lives for God. And, when we have our children looking at people in sports and entertainment, they're not always the role models that we would prefer. This is one that if your kid says, I'm such a big fan of Aaron Judge, I think you can rest assured that this is a good guy. This is somebody that they may want to emulate.
And then you can say, and he lives for Jesus.
He lives for
And
Jesus.
look at his favorite scripture and open up a dialogue and conversation.
Right. And I think, he's been talked to by or interviewed by so many reporters over the last couple of weeks because of this home run thing. But the bigger picture here is that in those interviews, he's talking about God and he's giving God the glory for his success.
You'll see that more live because the rest of it hits the editing floor.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Right.
But he's doing it.
If he's talking about it, it's getting out there.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
Dude Perfect. Now, they're YouTubers, and they do like these trick shots, and they're crazy trick shots where they could be up on a skyscraper and get a basketball from 18,000 stories high into a hoop.
That's a large skyscraper.
It's crazy. It's crazy the kind of stuff that they can do. It's really cool. The jump shots, it's neat. So these YouTubers, which is family entertainment, and they're really known for loving Jesus.
Oh,
I love
good.
this.
Yeah.
So a lot of youth groups can look up to them, are making, get this, a Dude Perfect entertainment facility where they can do this kind of stuff. And youth groups can come and families can come and have a lot of fun with it.
That is really cool. They don't have to travel and they can stay home with their family.
2 acres of outdoor space they have. They have restaurants that'll be on the inside, crazy mini golf, trick shot town, and a 330-foot trick shot tower.
Are they going to teach us how to do the trick shot?
Oh, you all already know. And I love what they say. They say this is our way of giving back, spreading joy, and glorifying Jesus Christ. So Dude Perfect is wanting to do this, all to glorify God and the success that they've had because, man, their YouTube channel is nuts.
Yeah, it really is.
A lot of subscribers.
Yeah, I know my boys were totally into Dude Perfect, but I will say you showed me a picture, and you can see this on his radio TV of the facility. Does it not look a little Tony Stark from Marvel? Like it
Probably
looks a
has
little,
been inspired by that.
I think that's super cool. So they're even reaching another audience with that whole Marvel kind of, because it looks like it.
Yeah, they might have their own Iron Man. Who knows?
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I'm not sure about this one. There was a lighthouse that went up for auction at Chesapeake Bay. That's close to Norfolk, Virginia, if you've never heard of Chesapeake Bay or wondered where it was. It's on a place called Hooper Island. The lighthouse was going to go for $15,000. Well, that was the starting bid, and somebody bought it for almost $200,000. It went for $192,000.
Still, to me, it doesn't seem bad.
No, but, okay, so here's the thing. It only has an outer ladder, so you can only climb up a ladder to the top of this thing. And it's huge.
Oh.
It's huge. There's no dock, so you only can get there by boat because it's on an island, so you've got to anchor and swim or
And swim.
dinghy or whatever. Lead-based paint.
Oh, that's not good.
Asbestos.
Oh, that's not good.
A lot of dangerous substances inside, they say. There's no electricity, water, and other utilities, but yet somebody bought it for $192,000 in an auction. And
Okay.
they have to agree.
Oh, no.
They have to be. It has to be maintained as a Coast Guard naval type of thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Navigation for the Coast Guard.
there's got to be a little cottage that goes with it, a little house, a little something.
Historic preservation standards.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's an agreement with the Navy.
Oh, my
All
goodness.
that for $190,000 to own that lighthouse.
Okay, so I would say if you get the property and you get a little cottage that goes along with it and you can put
There's
the
no
money
electricity.
in it. Well, you can get electricity to it.
There's an outhouse.
You can put in a potty.
And an outhouse? That is the potty.
Well, I mean, you can. They can't get plumbing. I think they can get
It's
plumbing.
an island. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
You can still get plumbing on an island. Or am I wrong? I don't know anything about plumbing. Plumbers, I need you.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
So they gave a gift, and they told us why. It's Rob and Lizz, his radio. And they said, hey, I'm already an MMMP. That's somebody who gives $30 a month or more throughout the course of the year to his radio. We're listener-supported, getting ready to do a share-a-thon in about 2 weeks here to raise the operational budget for the station. And here's the thing. The hope of Jesus was shared with them because they said it was not too long ago that his radio kept them from doing the irreversible to their life. What they were about to do, they can't take back. And I think you know what I'm talking about. I know you might have kids in the car, so I'm not going to get down to the nitty-gritty, but you get what I'm saying. And they said that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And they were asking prayer for their son and daughter. They were brought up in the church, and their family's confused, but his radio took them out of the grip of the enemy. They're here today because of people like you who cared enough to give a gift and share the hope of Jesus and influence this person that God loves them, and they're not going to end their life.
And think about the 2 years between that moment and today of the things that would have been missed. Grandchildren, maybe a wedding, countless birthdays, and this person not being in the lives of their family. You made that possible for that person to still be here, recognizing they needed Jesus and recognizing they needed to be here and being grateful and thankful for that moment.
I know. And they gave a gift. I want to ask you to do your very best. We need a jump start in such a real way for Share-a-thon that begins in less than 2 weeks. It's Tuesday the 18th. And if you give your gift now, that's going to be the jump start that's going to help his radio's biggest goal ever for a Share-a-thon to make it to 100%. You do that now, and everybody else. $30 a month. I mean, that person's already a More Than Music mission partner. That's $30 a month or a $1,000 gift. Whatever you can give from your heart, and do it today for that jump start. That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Here's how you do it. Text the word GIVE, and we'll send you a link. The word is GIVE to 800-447-7234. You can do that online at hisradio.com or even give through the My His Radio app.